So you're following keto, but you're frustrated because you keep getting knocked out of ketosis. Turns out there are 7 surprising reasons why you're getting kicked out of ketosis. And in this video, I'm gonna break down all 7 and give you the solution for each. Let's do this. Hey Keto Camper, Ben Azadi here, best-selling author and certified functional health practitioner. Here at Keto Camp, we're on a mission to educate and to inspire 1 billion people on planet Earth. I'm about to reveal to you the 7 surprising reasons why you're not getting the results you want on keto. And I gotta let you know that number 7 on this list is the most surprising one that I've seen most commonly. And if you can master that number 7 and all these tips, you're gonna be headed toward the great land of ketosis. So without further ado, let's get into the first reason why you're getting knocked out of ketosis. The first reason why is sleep. And when I say sleep, I mean poor sleep. Look, I believe sleep is more important than diet and exercise combined. Here's what happens. When you have just one poor night of sleep, you will have higher levels of cortisol the next day. Why is that important? Well, cortisol is that stress hormone. It's not the bad guy in small amounts. But when you have cortisol activated, guess what follows? Glucose and insulin. You know what drops when glucose and insulin goes up? Ketones. You see, they have an inverted relationship. And when you are getting bad sleep, you're gonna have high levels of cortisol the next day. Not only that, sleep is where you burn fat, where your brain flushes out toxins and your body repairs. So it's very imperative for you, Keto Camper, to focus on getting high quality sleep starting tonight. When you do that, you're gonna downregulate your cortisol, your glucose, your insulin, and you're gonna allow ketones to do its thing. So here's a couple tips for you. Tonight, make your bedroom cold and dark. Studies show 62 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit is where you could get the good amount of deep sleep. Make that bedroom as dark as possible. Light exposure will activate cortisol, suppress melatonin, and ketones. We don't want that at night, so make sure your bedroom's cold and dark. Another quick tip here for you is to take a hot to warm shower 60 minutes before your intended bedtime. What happens is when your body gets out of that shower, it's gonna cool itself and calm itself down. So make sure starting tonight, you're focusing on high quality sleep. We also know that studies show when you are sleep deprived, you are going to have lower levels of leptin and higher levels of ghrelin. What does that mean? Well, ghrelin is the hunger hormone and leptin is the satiety hormone. So you're gonna feel hungrier and you're gonna be less satisfied, leading to sugar cravings, leading to breaking your keto diet and having those carbohydrates, having those snacks. Not good. I also believe this, when you are sleep deprived, it'll deplete your decision-making capability. Look at your willpower as a battery that's charged up when you're at high integrity. But when you have bad sleep, just one night of bad sleep, all of a sudden those willpower reserves are depleted and it leads to you making bad decisions. We want to make sure we're charging up those willpower reserves and it starts with sleep. So focus on that tonight. Number 2 goes hand in hand with sleep. And I'm talking about stress. Look, we live in a world right now where a lot of people are stressed out. There are 3 types of stress out there. We have mental emotional stress, we have physical, and we have chemical. I'm going to break down all 3 of these and what you can do to master that today. When I talk about mental emotional stress, well, we turn on the news and we see the quarantine, the COVID, and we see all the things happening in the world right now, or we have a verbally abusive relationship. When we're dealing with mental emotional stress, just the thoughts that we're thinking, our vibration, it's going to increase cortisol, okay? And I already told you, when cortisol is up, glucose and insulin follows, ketones drop. You could actually get knocked out of ketosis just by being stressed out. You don't even have to eat food. You could continue fasting, but if you're stressed out, you'll get kicked out of ketosis. And if you don't believe me, go test your glucose and ketones. Let's say you're in ketosis, blood sugars look fantastic. Go scream at somebody, get into an argument, test right after, you'll be knocked out of ketosis and glucose will go up because cortisol raises glucose and insulin, ketones drop. So here are some things that I teach the members of my Keto Camp Academy and my clients to do to master their mental emotional stress. Love and gratitude. 2 of the biggest healers that we have in this world are love and gratitude. And when I say love, self-love and love to others. When I say gratitude, having an attitude of gratitude. Did you know that 150,000 people die every single day? Just knowing that stat, putting your hand on your heart, feeling it beat, is enough to be grateful for. So practice writing down what you're grateful for. Practice self-love, two of the biggest healers that we have in this world. And if you have the opposite, hate, well, you cannot heal a body you hate. Funny TV shows, we want to activate oxytocin. We want to activate that parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest. So I've been watching The Office, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think you should leave now. Find ways to laugh. Laughter is medicine. Long walks, whatever you enjoy doing. Go outside, get some sunshine wherever you are in the world. Meditation, if that's what you enjoy. The point is, find things that you enjoy doing, activate that parasympathetic nervous system, and you'll dominate the mental, emotional stress going on with you. Secondly is a physical stress. Example is a car accident, some sort of injury, physical abuse. Now, here are 3 things you can do to help with that. A chiropractic adjustment. If your chiropractor is open right now, getting adjusted is a great way to remove some interference in the body and some subluxation in the body and let your body heal. Movement. Movement is more important than exercise. Go out there, move, and doing some stretching. That'll take care of the physical component. All of this is tying to your stress, and it'll reduce your stress levels and increase ketones so you can get the maximum amount of keto. The third is chemical stress from toxicity issues. It's one of the biggest things I've seen out there. It's going to take another complex video to go into this, but we want to make sure we're detoxing at the cellular level. We're not just taking cilantro and things that don't really get the big heavy metals out there. We want to detox at a cellular level. And I have other videos on my channel about that. But if you want to take a quiz, it's a free quiz to determine your level of toxicity, low, moderate, or high. You can get that quiz over at toxicmiami.com. You could take that quiz from anywhere in the world. You don't have to be in Miami. It's free. And if you have high levels of toxicity, then you want to address that for sure. The third reason why you're getting knocked out of ketosis, snacking. Look, the average American eats 17 to 21 times per day. I know what you're thinking. How is that even possible, Ben? Here's how it's possible. Think about the handful of almonds, the sip of that kombucha, that tea, that keto protein bar. Whenever you raise glucose and insulin in the body, that is a meal to the body, and the average American is doing that 17 to 21 times per day. It's going to be very difficult to elevate ketones because you're going to be constantly stimulating glucose and insulin. Even if it's a healthy keto snack, you're going to stimulate glucose and insulin. And here's something to consider. I just interviewed Dr. Zach Bush, triple board certified doctor, brilliant practitioner. He's on this channel, he's on my Keto Camp podcast, and he showed a study from University of Virginia that showed it took 14 hours just to take food from chewing that food to enter the small intestine. So to process that food, not fully digest it, but just to enter the small intestine. So if you're not going at least 14 hours with food, you're going to create this backlog, create digestive dysfunction, inflammation goes up, ketones drop. That's where intermittent fasting comes into play. And if you want to get my best-selling book for free, go to fastingcheatsheet.com. Get this book for free where I answer my top 20 questions on fasting. My favorite schedule to practice, if you're not doing this already with your keto lifestyle, is an 18-6 schedule. 18 hours out of the day, you're fasted, you're just having some water and some sea salt, and then you have a 6-hour eating window. That could look just like 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. is your eating window. Outside of that is your fasting window. What's going to happen is you're going to allow glucose and insulin to go down to baseline and your body to burn fatty acids, break down triglycerides, and all of a sudden your liver signals ketones and you get into that great land of ketosis. If you're already doing an 18-6 schedule, then it's time to go for a 24-hour fast, a 32-hour fast, and maybe an extended block fast of 3 or more days. Okay, this one is gonna be very alarming to you, but eating the wrong fats on your keto diet, here's what happens. It'll create inflammation around your cell membrane, and you have these receptor sites around your cell membrane, and when insulin cannot drive glucose into the cell because of inflammation, all of a sudden you have high levels of glucose in the blood, ketones drop, and you cannot get into ketosis and get all the benefits of keto. So here are the dirty keto fats that if you're having right now on your keto diet, look at the labels of the foods you're buying, get rid of these as much as possible. You're gonna reduce inflammation and allow the body to do its thing. So we have all the vegetable oils. Vegetable oils are toxic. They're worse than cigarettes. They're worse than sugar. In fact, a study showed a plate of French fries that was fried in canola oil resulted in 132 days of cell membrane dysfunction. Also, if you look at the stats out there, I interviewed Brian Peskin on my Keto Camp podcast and he shared some stats. Here's an alarming stat. What is the statistics of somebody who is smoking 2 packs of cigarettes every day for 25 years? What are their chances of getting cancer within those 25 years? 16%. Compare that to somebody eating cooked vegetable oils every single day for 25 years. What are their stats for getting cancer or heart disease? 86%. Okay, so here are the inflammatory oils we want to avoid as much as possible. Canola, corn, soybean, cottonseed, peanut, safflower, sunflower. These are all inflammatory fats, oils that stick to our cell membrane and cause inflammation. Pasteurized dairy. Pasteurized dairy can be okay for some people, but maybe for 28 days, this is how I teach it in my Keto Jumpstart Guide. For 28 days, just eliminate it and go for the raw grass-fed dairy instead. Farm fish loaded with PCBs, which stand for polychlorinated biphenyls, which is a carcinogen, and non-organic keto foods like caged chickens and caged eggs and tortured animals. I know it costs more money to not buy that, but when you practice fasting, you get that money back to upgrade your quality of food. Do the best that you can with what you have. Just remember, either you pay the farmer now or you pay the doctor later. So let's talk about clean keto. Make sure the majority of the food you're eating are the items on the right here, and your body is going to heal. You're gonna blast fat, you're gonna produce ketones, and you're gonna feel damn good. We have avocado oil, we have olive oil, coconut oil, grass-fed butter, grass-fed ghee, which I put in my coffee, MCT oil, wild caught fish is great, organic meat and eggs, raw grass-fed dairy. I have a whole list of these foods and some example meal plans for you in my Keto Kickstart Guide. So if you go to ketokickstartguide.com, you can download that for free today. All right, number 5, this is gonna come as a shocker, but the wrong artificial sweeteners will raise insulin, knock you out of ketosis. So these on the left here are going to be the ones that I do not approve that will probably, most likely cause a glucose and insulin spike, which will drop your ketone. So we have xylitol, maltol, mannitol, sorbitol, aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, and isosulfame potassium. Look at the protein bars, the keto protein bars, the keto shakes, all the keto products that you are having right now. And if it has any of these ingredients, that's a red flag. You want to avoid these as much as possible and make sure you're having these 3 are much better options for you. So monk fruit, stevia, and erythritol. Those are much better than these. Okay, I have 2 more on my list here. Number 7 is going to be the most shocking one. Before I get to number 6 here, please smash the thumbs up button on this video. And if you're not subscribed yet to the Keto Camp YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button with that bell so you're notified when we release a brand new video or when I go live. By the way, put it in your calendar, every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, I'm here live with you. We're on a mission here to put out content as much as possible, sometimes 7 times a week for you, so you get this amazing information. So please subscribe today. Whey protein. I know, I'm killing you here. Whey protein is very insulinogenic. Here's what happens. The study showed whey protein caused a bigger insulin spike than white bread and glucose alone. Take a look at this study. The chart shows the gray bar is whey protein, the white bar is white bread, and the black bar is glucose. Whey protein had the highest spike here on this chart. So we want to make sure instead of having whey protein, we're having collagen protein, we're having bone broth powder. These are much better options for you. They're not going to be as insulinogenic as the whey protein. I take personally the one from Paleo Valley. They have a fantastic bone broth powder. I'm going to put a link down below for you to check out that product. That's the one that I personally have. All right, here's number 7, toxins. But let me explain what I mean by toxins. We live in a time and place where toxins are everywhere, more than ever. And here's what happens in the body. The body is very smart, it is very sophisticated, and all it wants to do is survive. So when you have toxins enter the body from breathing, from eating, from touching your skin, the body does not want those toxins to enter your vital organs. It wants to protect your vital organs. So it activates a pathway called the PPARY pathway and takes those toxins and pushes them into your fat cells, and it actually creates new fat cells for those toxins to go hide out in. This is significant because when you are in a ketogenic lifestyle, you're burning fat cells, and all of a sudden, where do those toxins go? they go into your bloodstream because your body cannot burn toxins, but it can burn fat cells. So you have this new problem. Your body dumps toxins, you don't feel great, it raises inflammation, and it drops ketones. A lot of these toxins, they mimic other hormones and they sit on your receptor sites, blocking fat-burning hormones from getting in. It's a big problem. It's the number one reason I see people struggle on keto and fasting. It's a toxic overload. So here are the most common toxins to look out for. Silver amalgam fillings. Yes, did you know that 50% of every silver filling in your mouth contains a super toxin, mercury? And that mercury vaporizes every single day from the tooth, crosses the blood-brain barrier, and gets stored in the hypothalamus pituitary part of your brain, which is the control tower for all your hormones and all of your organs. And when you have dysfunction upstream, nothing downstream is going to work properly. So I'm not saying to go out there and just take those fillings out. There's a process to it. Go watch or go listen to episode 1 and episode 2 of the Keto Camp podcast, where I talk more about this. I'll put links for it down below. Tap water. Let's switch to actually filtered water. Let's get some spring water. Don't drink the tap water. By the way, if you're showering without a filter, that's also going into the bloodstream. There's toxins in tap water. There's fluoride. There's trace amounts of birth control pills. There's drugs in there. So there's a $20 Amazon filter you can use. I'll put a link down below that could just help with that. The next one is laundry detergent. This is actually the best one on this list because it's the most common one and it's the easiest one to fix. If you're using those conventional detergents, that is creating inflammation in your body most of the day, because think about it. We're breathing in our clothes pretty much 24 hours a day. The bed sheets, the clothes we're wearing, and those are toxins if you're using a conventional product. So I personally use my Greenfields. I love them. I get it on auto ship. It smells fantastic. It's made with essential oils. I actually have a link for you down below for my Greenfields to get 50 free loads. So check out that link down below. Air fresheners, beauty and household cleaners, that's toxic if you're using conventional items. I use essential oils, and I have put together for you a kit for air fresheners and beauty and household cleaners with the essential oils that I use from doTERRA. You could take a look down below in the notes of this video to check those out, and make sure your food supply is organic. You're not getting pesticides and herbicides. That's also toxic in the body. As you reduce your toxic load, your inflammation will drop, your ketones will rise, you'll feel good, you'll look great. I want to know, out of the 7 surprising things kicking you out of ketosis, which one resonated with you the most? Was it number 1, poor sleep? Was it number 2, stress? Was it number 3, snacking? Was it number 4, the wrong fats? Was it number 5, the wrong sweeteners? Was it number 6, whey protein? Or was it number 7, the toxins? Let me know which one resonated with you the most. Drop it down below. Also, I want to share with you this. I have a 28-day keto jumpstart where I could take you, teach all 70 trillion cells to burn fat instead of sugar. There's over 50 videos of instructions of me. These are content videos you cannot find anywhere else. There's meal plans, shopping guides, all my books, and so much more. And guess what? It's 97 bucks, but I wanted to do you a solid here and give it to you for 92% off. So instead of offering this at a one-time payment of 97 bucks, since you're watching this video, and I appreciate you so much, Keto Camper, you could head to startketocamp.com and get it for one payment of 7 bucks. That's it. Just one payment of 7 bucks, and I'll teach you how to do keto and intermittent fasting the right way. No keto flu required, no feeling like crap required. You're gonna feel like a rock star. You're gonna master this the right way. So go to startketocamp.com to get started on this journey. Can't wait to see you in there. Hey, I wanna give a shout out to super camper Julie Taylor, who says, wow, I wish I had seen this video earlier. You have just confirmed what I've been feeling on the keto diet and how I offered solutions to feel healthier while following the keto diet. And she goes on to say that I have won her over. Well, Julie, I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for becoming a super camper here on YouTube, which if you want to learn more, hit the join button down below to learn more about that. I'm so grateful that you watched this entire video. Please share it with a friend. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.